What are the early symptoms of black fungus? We know that there's a long exhaustive list of symptoms that has been listed by the government, but what are the early telltale signs that people should watch out for?
So if you have headache, which is more than what you would otherwise get and it's not getting relieved, if you have crusting in your nose, you feel that your nose is getting blocked and there's crusting, and there is sort of swelling on one side of the face. So it's not a swelling on both these sides, but it's on one side of the face, and you feel that there is decreased sensation on one side, then those are early signs that you should really start worrying. You should, if you find that there is some blackish discoloration in the mouth or there is some loosening of a tooth, then also you should immediately consult your doctor.
Is there any test for it, or is there only a clinical diagnosis?
No, there's definitely tests for it. There are two things that we do. One is that we would also look for a X-ray or a CT scan of the sinuses to see whether there is infection in the sinus. And the secondly is you could take a biopsy. You will do what is known as a nasal endoscopy. You will look into the nasal passage and then take a scraping or a biopsy from that area.
Right.
You can do a staining which is known as a KOH staining to look for the fungus in that staining. And then you can also do cultures. There's also a blood test which can be done, a PCR based test, which can help in getting a diagnosis as far as the blood is concerned.
Okay, Dr. Guleria, a couple of quick questions on precautions. We know that this is found in the soil, so should gardening be avoided at a time like this?
Well, if you have COVID and you're a diabetic, yes, you should be inside and not be outside and do gardening. But I don't think I could say that there is a lot of data to suggest that gardeners have it more as compared to those who are not gardening, unless they have the other comorbidities.
So if you have COVID and diabetes, you need to stay away from your plants at least temporarily. Any special precautions while handling fruits and vegetables at home?
So while handling fruits and vegetables, it's not that you can get black fungus from that, but I would say that the general precaution that we advise for any to avoid any droplet infection, that is, you wash your fruits and vegetables properly in warm water, and then once you've done all of that, wash your hands properly, would also imply as far as this is concerned.
Right. What is white fungus, Dr. Guleria, and is it more dangerous?
So we're now hearing of this white fungus, and it seems that this is another fungal infection which is being reported by some people, which is more likely to be what we call candida. Candida is a fungus which leads to white coating of the throat and the food passages at time. It can also lead to other parts being involved. If it spreads in the blood, sometimes candidemia or candida infection can be serious, but there are other drugs which we have for it. It's not that much of a concern right now, unlike mucormycosis.
All right, but this white fungus is also related to COVID at the moment, or the increasing cases related to COVID, or it's a separate issue altogether?
No, it's not. I don't think it's related that much to COVID. White fungus, candida can occur in people whose immunity is low, and they can get what we call an opportunistic infection, which can be candida.